Hello, and thank you for joining us. I'm Adam with TAT Express, and this is another episode of What's in the Shop. If you like this type of content, be sure to hit the like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you're notified when we go live or when we release a new video. Today, we're going to be discussing what we have in the shop, a little bit of an update of what we had from last week. Guys, if you'd like to schedule an appointment, you can call us at 972-225-3017. We are located at 4140 Langdon Rd, Dallas, Texas 75241. Let's get right into this video. This first truck we're going to be talking about is a Freightliner. It's a 122 SD. This basically is set up for heavy hauling. You can tell by the front tires how they're a much larger front tire. He also has a fourth axle so he can actually scale more weight. And it's running the same DD15 that a lot of these guys are running over the road. So if you're running only 3 axles and worried about the DD15 not producing enough power, this is a heavy setup, still running the DD15. He's in for some oil leaks. We can kind of see where it's coming from. It looks like maybe the rocker box or some fuel line garments. So we're gonna get him cleaned up, do the inspection report, let him know everything that we find. And of course, it's always gonna be up to the customer on what repairs they'd like to do and how. So let's move right over to this next truck. We got a Kenworth with a Paccar engine. So let's check that out. So the next truck we got is a white Kenworth. This truck came in with a Missfire and it has a Paccar engine. You know, I get asked a lot if we work on Paccar engines, and yes, we do. We work on Paccar engines. We have the software to be able to diagnose what's actually going on. So, and that's basically what we're gonna do with this one. We have a Missfire. We're gonna run through our troubleshooting procedures, check for fuel pressure, make sure we have some filters that haven't been overridden, that need to be changed, making sure we're doing cylinder balance, cylinder cutout tests, and also compression tests to verify what's actually going on and try to isolate what's happening with this Missfire. But we do work on them, so if you have any questions with your Paccar, you can contact us at 972-225-3017. Let's move right over here to the next truck, which is the Freightliner that you saw from last week. Okay, so this is the Cummins ISM from last week. He did get written up by the DOT about too many oil leaks hitting the ground, and the 2 main sources was coming from the head gasket and the flywheel. We've already got his flywheel already replaced, transmission back together, driveline already fixed, ready to go. Right now we're completing his head section. He did have a heavy leak, so we're hoping to have this all completed this week so he can get him back on the road without any oil leaks and have DOT off him. But this is a really strong engine. We don't see really much of these engines anymore, kind of like the M14, but these are really solid engines. It was really nice seeing this engine in the shop. Now this is the Kenworth from last week as well. We're still having some problems with it. We're waiting on parts right now, and unfortunately it's some back ordered parts. Now sometimes we hate that this happens, but we try to carry as many parts as possible. We're very accessible to a lot of the resources when it comes to parts. Any parts that are going on to the engine, we do stay with OEM. We don't like any aftermarket parts just because we don't want any additional downtime and expenses. But right now we are waiting on an OEM part, and that's the update that I have for this one. Let's move over to the last Volvo that we have right over here. Let's get right on it. Here we have the Cummins from last week, the Cummins ISX 15, the one with having DPF issues, but we found out he had a wore out cam. The cams has been removed. We are having to replace the cam bearings. On this particular head, the cam bearings are made onto the head. They have to be pressed out by a tool. They're not as easy as the 2-piece cam bearings that you see on most applications. This particular application has to be pressed in. So it took a little bit longer, but we're getting them wrapped up. We're really excited about getting this engine back together and back on the road again so that they don't have DPF problems. Guys, if you're having problems, after treatment problems, ensure that it's not happening upstream, because as I mentioned before, anything that's going on upstream is going to go downstream and cause some problems with your after treatment system. Thank you for watching. If you like this type of content, be sure to hit that like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you're notified when we go live or when we release a new video. If you'd like to schedule an appointment, you can call us at 972-225-3017. We are located at 4140 Langdon Rd, Dallas, Texas 75241. Guys, until next time, be safe.